We have the Browns and the Rams.
This is my of the week. The
It
shittiest game
it
of the week.
it was pretty bad.
The
I forgot you
can't even.
started
I
that
can't even.
last week.
I did it. I think I forgot about it. I did it a few weeks ago, maybe. I'm cracking up. I'm about to. The highlight of the game is Josh McCown running into a wall. Like, you know, it's just what a game. What a game.
There was I I actually just got done saying this about that. It was both simultaneously anticlimactic and hilarious to me at the same time, and I don't know how that fucking works. But
It's so
there's
random. The fact that that's what's making the rounds, because it's just like,
yeah, well,
anyway.
there's
Oh
three
god.
things that is like I think what makes it funny because it all happened like right in a row to each other, and it was
Yeah.
like so fast that like you almost like couldn't grasp it. But like, so number one, how the fuck did he not stop? Like the wall was like at least like 15 yards away.
And he was not hauling ass.
Yeah, exactly. Like how he's just not just
It's like
stopped.
he just relegated himself to it. Like, this is happening. He just, I'm fucking doing it.
Yeah. Then like the other thing that was like kind of funny to me is that there's a cheerleader like everybody else jumped out of the way like seeing him coming. There's like a cheerleader like who just like stands there and he like brushes past her. She just kind of gives him this look like, what the fuck are you doing over here?
I like how we're already about 2 minutes into this episode, and all we talked about is Josh McCown running into a wall.
It's because it's like the best part of the whole
Okay,
game.
the real thing, I guess, game wise to talk about is Todd Gurley really kind of emerged in this game for the first time. Like, he had over 100 something yards and 2 touchdowns,
Well, I wouldn't say for the
and
first
that
time this
defense.
season.
Well,
He's
it was, I think, his best game, I guess.
yeah, I would
So,
say that.
so he really is like established himself with this game with consistently being a big runner, big running back,
Yeah,
and I mean, that's the big takeaway. The Rams defense still good. It's just hit or miss, with the Rams. Like I said before, it's just hard to figure out what the hell's going on in St. Louis. They
it
come out,
truly is.
they didn't give up a touchdown this week. They I think McCown, they had a defensive touchdown on a fumble recovery. McCown fumbled the ball, and I mean their offense, with Gurley looked pretty good in that regard, and Foles was, whatever. But it's just like they came out and it was like 24-6, and it was a win over a team that, all right, if you want to contend, then yeah, you need to beat the Browns, and they did it. But it just doesn't feel like a big deal because it's like they've been so inconsistent all season. It's like it doesn't really feel like momentum to me, because
Are, are
every
you talking
time it seemed
about
like
the
they get it.
Are you talking about the Rams being inconsistent or the Browns being inconsistent?
Well, both, I guess. But the Rams have been pretty inconsistent as far as like giving away games they're expected to win, and then they're just up and down constantly. You don't know what to expect from the Rams.
The
The
reason
Browns,
why,
you know
like,
what to expect, I guess, a little bit
not
more.
really. My argument with the Browns is they've been almost more inconsistent than the Rams. Look at the Browns. They beat Baltimore, which is kind of a big win at the time. I mean, Baltimore was 1-6, and like now it
Hey,
looks like not, but at the time it looked bigger than it was. They kept up with Denver. They went in overtime with
yeah,
Denver.
I guess I kind of forgot.
You know,
I don't
and
know. I guess I'm just so not a believer in the Browns that even when they do something good, I'm like, they'll fuck it up. Like,
yeah, I suppose. But this is a team that I don't fathom how you go into overtime with Denver and put up a huge fight and then only get two field goals against the Rams. And it's not trying to take anything away from the Rams. I think the Rams are a good team, but I agree with you that they're inconsistent of like, is this a game that you're gonna show up and be big, or is this a game that you're gonna flop in? And the Rams are kind of in that way, and I mean, apparently so are the Browns. You know, is this a game where you're really gonna put up that fight, or is this a game where you're just gonna give it all away? And it's just weird. It's really weird. Of that I can't. How the hell does a game? Do you almost beat the Broncos and then you just completely can't even get a touchdown? I
Can't even
don't.
get in the end zone against the Rams, which they
Yeah,
do have a pretty solid defense.
they do, but I would argue that the Broncos have a much better one.
Well, yeah, they have the best defense in the league. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's the Browns being the Browns. You know, they like to give their fans some false hope and then just crush them.
Let them down one last time. That's the joke that
Right.
comes out of it. But truly,
The Rams are another team that have kind of been doing the same thing. They've just been a little bit better, you know. But at the
uh,
end of the day, they've been pretty disappointing in crunch time too. And honestly, this season it's the Cardinals looking vulnerable. The Seahawks don't have the best record. The Seahawks are looking better, but like if the Rams are gonna do something, it's time to light a fire under their ass. It's like
yeah,
this is our season where this division's winnable. They can win it, you know. So who knows? Maybe it's like even though they won, it's like I said, it doesn't feel like a big deal that they got this win. It just doesn't. We'll have to see what they do next week, next game,
yeah,
because it's just hard to believe in them after seeing them. I mean, me and you have talked about it. We both thought they were an underrated team. Last year, we thought they were an underrated team. And it's just like the Rams are. I don't know. Ever since the quote unquote greatest show on turf, they just haven't delivered. And
that is true. That's very true.
I'm surprised we even were able to talk this much about these two teams, quite frankly. So
Yeah, I think
I
that's
mean, Foles and Gurley. I'll say this much: the Rams have some stuff to look forward to. It's just it doesn't look like their year right now, and it could be because the division's open. But
yeah,
and the Browns, I mean, with Cincinnati so far out in front, it's like pretty unwinnable for them at this point.
yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
good luck, Cleveland. I feel bad for you.
You know what the best thing we can say about Cleveland is you're not Baltimore.
Yeah? And you have LeBron James. So.
Yeah, hey, you always can look forward to that.
Maybe you'll win a basketball title finally.
Yeah. Well, I
All right.
think yeah, definitely with that.
Yeah, we're all on
Consider
the
it,
same page.
yeah. Now we're considering talking about other sports, but now, um, with everything,
Well, that's what you do in Cleveland. When one team bottoms out and ultimately disappoints you, they start talking about basketball season. That bottoms out, they start talking about baseball season. That's what they do in Cleveland. You know, that's how you keep from going crazy.
you can argue the same thing with Wisconsin too. We've just been fortunate that Packers have been good for how many years? You know, finally.
Too many to make that argument. Shut the fuck up.
With that,
Dan, like, comment, subscribe if you think that's bullshit.
Twitter, Facebook, comments, boom.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
Cajun
end it.
and cheese, right?
Yeah, yeah.